Today on the channel, we're back at it with another Jakks Classic Superstars unboxing, but this time we're unboxing a Jakks Classic Superstars ring giant, Rowdy Roddy Piper.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jakks Classic Superstars unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the ring giant Toys R Us exclusive, Rowdy Roddy Piper. But for all your current day, modern day wrestling figure needs, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal. And of course, we're gonna do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're gonna take a look at the packaging, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna unbox it, we're gonna talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And Rowdy Roddy Piper, an all-time favorite of mine. And an all-time favorite of mine in the Jakks Classic Superstars series with tons of figures. But today we got his biggest figure in the ring giant line. And the ring giants weren't just for the Classic Superstars. They were for everything. At the time of Jakks, they were making figures all over the place. And ring giants were very cool because they were a Toys R Us exclusive. There wasn't very many of the classic ones. Of course, there was the Ultimate Warrior, $1 Million Man, and Rowdy Roddy Piper. And they're a little interesting. They kind of give you some vibes of the old school LJN, big tall wrestlers. There was a Piper and a Hogan in those, with just a little bit of a twist and a little bit shorter here. But an interesting one, no doubt about it. I did finally get this one in a beat-up packaging. Didn't really care about the packaging on this one because I wanted a loose one in my collection. And I would have just bought a loose one, but they're very hard to find minty loose. So that's kind of the dilemma you're faced with. So I ended up finding one of these on eBay for a fairly good price. And of course, damaged packaging. I'm going to take it out of the package anyways. It works out. And I do have a mint on card one in my collection that I got when it came out way back in the day at Toys R Us. So without further ado, let's take a look at this one here. We got old Rowdy Roddy Piper in the package. Big plastic window on it. Familiar Classic Superstars logo as well. It does say Ring Giants 14-inch posable action figure. Rowdy Roddy Piper, of course, you can imagine, Collector's Series. Classic Superstars logo over there. Rowdy Roddy Piper on the side. Little glamour shot action on this side, and then on the back, get a little bit of cross-sell down low, little blurbage, little Roddy Piper. There's Warrior, of course, then there's the Roddy Piper, and then there's Teddy DiBiase in the middle in his green suit. We do know the one that was released was a silver suit, so this green one never did see the light of day. But let's see what it says about all the hot rod on the back of the package here. Rowdy Roddy Piper, debuted 1972, weight 231 pounds, 6'1". Finishing move, the Sleeper. Titles, WCW United States Champion and WWE Intercontinental Champion. And this was from what year was this? 2005. What a time to be alive 2005 was. If you were there, you know. If you were there, you know. But let's get him out of the package here. Just crumbling away to dust in a lot of ways with this one. Can I get him out of the package? Can I get it out? Oh no, there's a million twist ties here. See you later. Goodbye. Look at all this work. I'm going to take this offline. I'm going to get him out of this cardboard prison. And we'll be back talking all things Roddy Piper, Ring Giant. All right, we got the hot rod out of the package. He's ready to go. He's ready to do some hot rod things here. And an interesting ring giant. Of course, we get the nice soft goods kilt on him. I'm here for that all day long. I really would have liked a soft goods Rowdy Roddy Piper hot rod shirt. Probably the classic one in white. Panther one would have been cool as well. But with the longer hair right here, I think the white one with the hot rod with the red around the shirt sleeves and the collar would have been a really cool touch to this one. And I'm sure somebody could make one if it really needed it. But it just looks a little unfinished to me at the end of the day. But it still is cool for what it is. I'm not exactly sure who's playing with figures like this. Was there a lot of kids? And I wasn't quite a little kid when ring giants were out there. But maybe there was some 7-year-old kids that were getting ring giants and just having big matchups. I guess the stranger things have happened for sure. And I'm not sure if they're for an adult collector who wants to display these things kind of loose. I don't know, it's just a weird dynamic, and I'm sure there's examples all over the board of these being used for different ways, but it is a cool thing and a little something a little different, and it's one of those little ancillary classic superstars lines that people do forget about, no doubt about it. But the hot rod definitely warranted in this line and looking pretty good. I think the head sculpt on this one, I think I know all day long, this is Rowdy Roddy Piper. Obviously muscled up here. This is a muscular Roddy Piper. He's ready to go. He's a big dude here, and that's kind of how we like our action figures for the most part. A little bit bigger than life, larger than life is what he's got going on. Talked about the cloth goods kilt here. Underneath that kilt, he's got his blue trunks going on, which is pretty much for the time of his Intercontinental run, I would say. Got a nice kind of probably faux leather belt going on here, but it definitely looks good. That was another nice addition. And then you got the strings front here on the kilt. Not sure exactly what that is called. He's got black boots going on, got the white wrist tape. Articulation, his arms do go around. You do get a side-to-side swivel at the elbow, hands back and forth. He's got two fists of fury. The hot rod's ready to throw down if he has to. Get the big hula hoop at the top and traditional waist. So he's got a hula hoop and waist articulation on this one. You got the legs side to side, no knee bend, but you do get the boot cut side to side. No holes in the feet for a peg. Don't really need a peg for a big figure like this. But that is it as far as articulation goes. But definitely a must-have for any Roddy Piper fan, a Classic Superstars fan. It just makes all the sense in the world to pick this one up here. And you just don't see these ring giants around like you used to. This did poke around Toys R Us back in the day in the clearance area. These were on clearance for a long time, especially that Ted DiBiase perennial clearance event with Ted DiBiase at Toys R Us back in the day. But very cool all these years later to finally have a loose example in my collection to go along with my mint on card one. But I'm here for it. Roddy Piper, an all-time favorite of mine, and definitely something different here on the channel today. But what are your thoughts on Ring Giants? Were you all in on the Ring Giant craze? Did you have the Ring Giant figures back in the day? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Every single Tuesday, we got Jakks Classic Superstars videos, so you don't want to miss out on any of those. No doubt about it there. And don't forget about the Patreon for early access to all the videos here on the channels. And don't forget about ProWrestlingTees.com, another way along with Patreon that you can support the channel and all the content it does bring. And don't forget about social media while you're there and not forgetting about things. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for the Hot Scott, Rowdy Roddy Piper, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.